Okay, Margaret's back.
Yay!
You might remember Margaret of the hair shaving party, and look at the state of her hair now.
That was an excellent party.
And this is the state of my hair now, which is
Also excellent.
But I want to show you the back, because the back is great.
It's awesome.
So this is where radiation happened from like here on back to a certain point. And so wherever the radiation hit, the hair fell out. And you can see there's like red and bumpy. That's the side effect of the radiation. So you have to see where the radiation didn't go. And it made this cool soul patch on the back.
It's the best. It kind of looks like a whale's tail.
It does. And my sister said that it's kind of like I'm growing a goatee on the one side of my head. And I think it's great. I keep telling Hannah that I'm going to grow it out really long and braid it. And just like whip it around in the front like an old hippie. Or I could like do the comb over. My church has a tradition of handing out star words for the new year. My word this year was delight. So I spent the year mining the delight from each moment, watching Hannah fly on her birthday, listening to my mom play Chariots of Fire, sewing in my studio while listening to records. Just before Margaret came, I had an idea to piece together enough remnant fabric to cover an old leather ottoman left over from a ruined sofa we donated. I jotted measurements down on my desktop, made a few mistakes, sewed the equivalent of a collapsed box top lid. I learned to reupholster on 2 antique chairs my dad had helped me rebuild the seats of. So I knew making covered buttons for tufting was as easy as ordering a kit and following instructions. When the delightful Margaret arrived, I'd asked her to help me film a demonstration on how to tuft the buttons on the Patchwork Ottoman and finish this baby off. On except the last one. I'm going to move this over just a little bit.
You're so cute.
So I was going to show Margaret and you all how to do a tufted button. The buttons on this don't sink as deep as they could. If you want a button that sinks in deeper, you would have to cut a little dent in the foam underneath so that the button sinks down when you pull the thread through. So because this has pleather underneath,
I was going to say, aren't you ruining the leather?
Yeah, but it's not real leather, so I don't care. And it was already ruining itself.
An upholstery needle threaded with waxed upholstery thread.
And so you want to pull this taut the way you want it. And then I've been going in where these intersections of thread and the stripes are.
Pulling one end of the string through,
just one.
and
so
then
you
the
thread
other.
This back again, and you put the button on the thread, and you'll make another pass to bring this other end of the thread on through, and then the button will be attached.
Tying it on the underside around a piece of fabric for resistance enough to sink the button on the surface.
On sink watch.
Yeah, not enough there. There you go.
How's that looking?
That's good.
Joe lends a hand with a staple gun because I have noodle arms. And here it is, delightfully asymmetrical and quirky, sitting beneath a free poster from 1994 Spain my late Grandpa Cole built the frame for, the memory of delight. I'm standing on the industrial coffee table to film this, and my advice to you is to stand on more tables and to sing when you sew.
Not just a fad, 'cause it's been going on so long. Catch a wave, catch a wave. They said it wouldn't last too long. They'll eat their words with a fork and spoon and watch them. They'll hit the road and I'll be surfing soon. And when they catch a wave, they'll be sitting on top of the world.